Stand up, tummy in, take a deep breath, shoulders back. It's snippet time. Welcome to Sober Living Snippets, where we live alcohol free so we can heal our relationships, feel youthful again, and ditch regret and shame, and a whole bunch of other crap too. Hey gals, I'm Becca Jacobson, and I got a snippet for you as we close out the week. Already Friday. And we have a hot and heavy week. I have been really slamming you. And you're probably exhausted going, oh my God, she doesn't ask for much, does she? So I am going to lighten up on you today. I'm going to gentle up, send you some love, and we're going to talk about how we can make the most of our time, because this week, since Tuesday anyway, we've been talking about investing our time rather than spending it. We've been talking about how to make the most of this precious life we have. And it's been a lot of work just even thinking about it, right? I don't want to scare you off or exhaust you. So let's talk about how we can make the most of our time while taking it easy, taking a break. Do we have to, yesterday I talked about, do you have a goal? What are you working towards? Go, 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 go. But I didn't mean, really, right? Here's Becca, the sobriety Nazi. That's me, the sobriety Nazi. No, let's slow down, take a deep breath here. Honestly, we do want to be working towards something. We do want to live intentionally. We do want to use our sacred space. We do want to be growing. But of course, we also want to slow down enough to see our life happening. That's another thing that you and I both know. We know how fast time goes because we're mature people. You get to a certain age and it just blows your mind. How the hell did I get this old? When did I get this old? I don't understand. I look in the mirror, I'm like, what? What? I just like, oh my God, I just don't understand how I got this old. So you know how quickly it goes. And it's just you blink and another year's gone by. So you know that because it's something we see as we get to a certain age. It just doesn't happen that way when you're younger. And so what we want to do is how do we slow down time? That's the question now. We've talked about how we've got this precious time on Earth, and you and I are at the top end of it, right? How do we slow it down? And guess what? You can. I can tell you how to slow down time, where literally the days go by slower. It's actually true. You can do that. One of the ways is learn meditation. I'll tell you, you want time to go slow? Sit in silent meditation. Waiting for a 15-minute timer to go off. You're like, oh my God, I've been here an hour, haven't I? Meanwhile, it's been 3 minutes. But that's not very relaxing, is it? Unless you're already meditating, and that's a different snippet. And I don't want to go on about meditating, but in a slightly facetious way, it really does slow down time because half the time when you're new and you're not good at it, you're sitting there wishing the timer would end and it's suddenly... Anyway, you get the point there. Okay, so another way to slow down time is the combination of what we've already been talking about. When you go to your sacred space in the morning and write your intention, write your word of the day or your emotion for the day. And then throughout the day, when it comes back into your mind, it's a reminder that you're living with intention. And that slows down time. Because the reason, I think the reason that time speeds up so much is because we're on autopilot. We're busy. Things are happening. I don't have time, Becca, to be constantly living with intention. I've got a life to live here and people to look after and stuff to do. And the day flies by and you blink and there you are at the end of the day, wishing you could have a drink or whatever it's like for you right now. By the way, that goes away. And so what we can do is try to check in with ourselves once an hour or even every second hour. And there's ways to do this. I have a timer on my phone, a meditation timer that I use for other things. And I've used it for lots of things. For example, the most recent was I was trying to get better at breathing throughout the day, taking deep breaths. And I kept forgetting. to breathe. And so I used my timer, and I just set it to go off once every, I forget how often, but you could set the timer to go off once an hour. And when you hear that ping, it's just to remind you to come into the present moment. And really, literally, in fact, that would be a great practice. Take a breath. Set the timer. When it goes off, whatever you're doing, all you need to do is just close your eyes and take one deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then get back to what you were doing. Obviously, if you're in the middle of a conversation, you can't. I mean, we got to be reasonable, right? But this slows down time, and there's nothing more powerful than a deep breath. A few is even better in the middle of a busy day. So I guess what I'm saying is that we don't have to be constantly run, 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 go, go, go. We can slow down time while giving ourselves the break that we need. So if you set a timer for yourself once every hour, what you're going to end up doing is just bringing yourself back to the present moment at regular intervals throughout the day, even if it's once every 2 hours. And just literally, when it goes off, just stop what you're doing, close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, remind yourself that it's just another day in your life, that whatever's going on is not the end of the world. If it's difficult, it will pass. Come back to the present moment. We do need to be reminded. We just forget. This is just the way life is. I hope by now you've got your sacred space up and running. And let's do a quick review of that. Your sacred space is anywhere in your home that you set aside as a place to do self-care. 5 minutes of journaling, 5 minutes of breathing, meditation. And we spoke about it actually 1 week ago, last Friday. So this very simple practice, you've gone to your sacred space in the morning, you wrote some intentions, done whatever you've done. Then we go out in the day and forget everything. So this practice of just setting a timer for once every hour, once every 2 hours, once every 30 minutes, whatever works for you, will bring you back into the present moment. Take your deep breath and carry on. We don't want to be living this precious life on autopilot. So just a quick review of a good deep breath. Remember, you want to breathe in through the nose, gently out through the mouth. Open up the belly so that the bottom of the lungs get fully full of air, and just bring yourself back to the present moment. That breath brings us back to the present moment. It settles us down. It reminds us that we have a precious, precious life here that we are living. Gals, I want to remind you that you can get letters from me twice a week. Just because I'm doing 5 snippets a week does not mean I'm not sending you letters. I am. And I started sending them this week. So go to the show notes and click the link there where you can give me your email address. And I'm sending 2 letters a week, sometimes more. I send good emails. I send emails with information, with stories, with guides, stuff you want, to be honest. So go in the show notes and make sure you're getting my emails, and then check. Are you getting them, or are they going to spam? Let's connect that way so we can really make your alcohol-free life as simple as humanly possible. Because I know, my dear, that one thing for sure is you don't want to waste your health, your time, your life, your relationships, any of it. You want to be living with intention, with health, with happiness. And together we are making that happen. So go hit the show notes and have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to come back tomorrow so we can keep your head on straight. Sending you buckets of love.